Hi guys, welcome to our Neet Biology Academy. I am your Dr. Mohan Angappan. Today, let us take up another diagram based problem in the chapter Circulatory System. So we are proceeding with the human physiology, in which today let us take up one diagram based question in circulatory system. Here you can see the diagram. This is the diagram and this is the question. This is the heart, right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. It is the lungs and here body parts. It is vena cava and then pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein and dorsal aorta. This is the diagram given in your 11th NCERT book, page number 287. You can refer. Question: hepatic portal vein opens in first option pulmonary circulation, second option lungs, third option dorsal aorta, fourth option systemic circulation. So here you don't find any word hepatic portal vein or systemic circulation or pulmonary circulation. So for this we have to know the structure of heart and the circulation. Two types of circulation, systemic and pulmonary circulation and hepatic portal system. First I will explain the structure of heart and then we'll come to the circulation. You know the heart contains four chambers: right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. In between the right atrium and right ventricle you get tricuspid wall with three flaps. Between left atrium and left ventricle you get bicuspid wall or mitral wall containing two flaps. Right. If you see the heart, the right side of the heart contains impure blood, that is marked as blue. The left side of the left half of the heart contains pure blood. You must know this. The right side of the heart contains impure blood, left side of the heart contains pure blood. Okay. Now I'll explain the circulation now. From the body parts, the impure blood is collected by inferior and superior vena cava and opens into the right atrium. From the right atrium, the impure blood comes into the right ventricle. When the ventricles contract, from the right ventricle, the impure blood goes through the pulmonary artery to the lungs for purification, and then from the lungs the purified pure blood comes to the left atrium through the pulmonary vein. Then from the left atrium the pure blood comes into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle the pure blood goes into aorta and it is distributed to all parts of the body. This is the general circulation. So simultaneously, when the heart contracts, when the auricles contract, what happens? The impure blood from the right atrium enters into the right ventricle. The pure blood from the left atrium enters into the left ventricle. When the ventricles contract, what happens? From the right ventricle, the impure blood goes to the pulmonary artery. Pure blood goes from the left ventricle into the aorta, to the body parts. And then the pulmonary artery goes to the lungs. And then the pure blood, after purification, in the lungs what happens? Gas exchange takes place. Blood is purified and the purified blood comes to the pulmonary vein and enters the left atrium. Now I'll tell you the blood vessels, incoming and outgoing blood vessels from the heart. From the right or to the right atrium, inferior and superior vena cava open. To the left atrium, 4 pulmonary veins open. 4 pulmonary veins open. From the right ventricle, pulmonary artery arises. From the left ventricle, the dorsal aorta arises. These are the blood vessels. At the opening of this pulmonary artery and aorta, you get semilunar valves. The valves actually regulates the flow of blood, one way flow of blood. Right. Now what is systemic circulation and what is pulmonary circulation? Because the question, hepatic portal vein opens in systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, dorsal aorta, lungs you can see here. What is systemic circulation? The systemic circulation starts from left ventricle. You can see the systemic circulation starts from this left ventricle and then ends in the right atrium. How? When the ventricles contract, from the left ventricle, the pure blood goes to the dorsal aorta and then to the body parts. And then from the body parts, the impure blood is collected by the vena cava, superior and inferior vena cava, and the impure blood opens into the right atrium. This is systemic circulation. I once again repeat, the systemic circulation starts from the left ventricle and ends in the right atrium. When the ventricles contract, from the left ventricle, the dorsal aorta, into the dorsal aorta, the pure blood goes and then to the body parts. From the body parts, the impure blood is collected by the superior and inferior vena cava, opens into the right atrium. Here there is no involvement of lungs. Lung is not involved in this systemic circulation. Now let us take up pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation starts from the right ventricle and ends in the left atrium. Let us see. When the ventricles contract, from the right ventricle, the impure blood is collected by the pulmonary artery and goes to the lungs for purification. In the lungs, the blood is purified and then the purified blood is collected by the pulmonary veins, 4 pulmonary veins that enter into the left atrium. So this is pulmonary circulation, right? Ventricle, pulmonary artery and then lungs, pulmonary vein and then left atrium. Here lung is involved. So pulmonary means lungs. Since the involvement of lung is here, it is called pulmonary circulation. I repeat, the pulmonary circulation starts from right ventricle and ends in left atrium. When the ventricles contract, the impure blood from right ventricle enters the pulmonary artery and then goes to the lungs for purification. After the purification, the pure blood comes to the left atrium through the pulmonary vein. Since the lung is involved, this circulation is called as the pulmonary circulation. This you must know. You must differentiate the systemic and pulmonary circulation. No, in the question we have explained what is pulmonary circulation and what is systemic circulation and where does the dorsal aorta arises. You must know 3 blood vessels: artery, capillaries and vein. Arteries actually takes pure blood, veins carry impure blood. Exception, pulmonary artery carries impure blood, pulmonary vein carries pure blood. This you must differentiate. So usually the arteries carry pure blood, exception pulmonary artery that carries impure blood. Usually veins carry impure blood, whereas the pulmonary vein carries pure blood. This you must differentiate. Now let us come to the question. The hepatic portal vein opens in. Where is the hepatic portal vein? Now the question arises, where is the hepatic portal vein? The hepatic portal system is a separate system. Actually, the hepatic portal vein starts from the intestine and goes to the liver and then opens into the inferior vena cava and then it opens in the right atrium. This is a separate circulation called hepatic portal system. These are hepatic portal vein. These are the things you find in the NCERT 11 book, page number 287. First 3 lines you can refer. What is pulmonary hepatic portal vein? Where does it open? Since we are concerned with this circulation, systemic and pulmonary circulation, when the question, where does the hepatic portal vein open? That is the question. So the hepatic portal, in the hepatic portal system, the hepatic vein starts from the intestine and opens into the liver, and then after the purification, it takes the impure blood from the vein to the inferior vena cava. Here in the book it is given only vena cava. There are 2 vena cavae, one inferior and superior. So this from the liver, the hepatic portal vein opens into the inferior vena cava, and then inferior vena cava opens into the right atrium. This is a separate hepatic portal system. You can refer the book, page number 287, hepatic portal vein. Where does it open? So now we can see the first, let us take the first option, pulmonary circulation. In the pulmonary circulation, there is no involvement of vena cava because the hepatic portal vein from the liver, it opens into inferior vena cava. When inferior vena cava doesn't take part in the pulmonary circulation, that is wrong. Number 2, the hepatic portal vein opens in lungs. It's also wrong. Number 3, the hepatic portal vein opens in dorsal aorta. Dorsal aorta forms a part of pulmonary circulation wherein there is no involvement of inferior vena cava. So this is also wrong. Then let us take the 4th option, systemic circulation. I told you the systemic circulation, it starts from the left ventricle. The pure blood goes to the dorsal aorta. It goes to the body parts. From the body parts, the impure blood is collected by the inferior vena cava and opens into the right atrium. So the inferior vena cava forms a part of systemic circulation. The hepatic portal vein opens in the inferior vena cava. So inferior vena cava is a part of systemic circulation. So the last option is the correct option. So you can find that the circulation, there is no word hepatic portal vein. But the question will be asked like this. This matter is in your textbook, 11th NCERT. You can even refer page number 286 and 287. Even 287, first 3 lines you can refer. The hepatic portal vein opens in the systemic circulation. It's given. Why? Because for that you must know the hepatic portal system. The hepatic portal vein starts from intestine, goes to the liver, and then it opens into the inferior vena cava containing the impure blood, and then the inferior vena cava opens into the right atrium. So since inferior vena cava forms a part of systemic circulation, the hepatic portal vein opens in the systemic circulation. So we have arrived at the right option, systemic circulation. Even though these words are not found in the diagram, it is in your text, it is connected with this diagram. That's why this question, hepatic portal vein opens in pulmonary circulation, lungs, dorsal aorta and systemic circulation. The hepatic portal vein opens in the systemic circulation. So this is the right answer. So based on this diagram based question, we have explained the structure of heart, we explained systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, and then hepatic portal system, hepatic portal vein, and then we have arrived the correct answer. In the next video, let us take up another question. In the ECG better, the circulation, let us take up one question, diagrammatic question, and in ECG. Till then, dear students, just I want to make a correction in the third option, that is dorsal aorta. So even though the dorsal aorta forms a part of systemic circulation, the hepatic portal vein doesn't open in dorsal aorta. So that's why I told you this dorsal aorta is a wrong option. So you must remember the dorsal aorta contains pure blood from the left ventricle, whereas the hepatic portal vein contains impure blood from liver and opens in the inferior vena cava, not in dorsal aorta. So generally it opens in the systemic circulation, particularly in the part inferior vena cava where it contains the impure blood. Once again I repeat, kindly note down the correction. Even though the dorsal aorta is a part of systemic circulation, the hepatic portal vein does not open in dorsal aorta, cannot open, because the dorsal aorta has the pure blood, contains pure blood, whereas the hepatic portal vein contains impure blood and it opens in the inferior vena cava of the systemic circulation. It doesn't open in dorsal aorta. So the third option is wrong. Generally, the hepatic portal vein opens in the systemic circulation. Even though the dorsal aorta forms a part of systemic circulation, the hepatic portal vein does not open in dorsal aorta. I told you the reason. Dorsal aorta contains the pure blood, whereas the hepatic portal vein contains the impure blood and it opens in the inferior vena cava. Okay, thank you.